I walked in, I wanted to say, what was that?
Fast and Loud was abruptly canceled, leaving everyone stunned.
Everybody hold on to your hat out there. Fast and Loud is no more.
This wasn't just another show, it turned old, forgotten cars into stunning works of art, capturing the hearts of car enthusiasts. But why did this popular show suddenly come to an end? Let us uncover the urgent, dark reasons behind the sudden end of Fast and Loud. The strange end of TV's Fast and Loud. We all have that one TV show that keeps us hooked, making us excited for every new episode. Then, out of nowhere, it's canceled. Just like that, it's gone, leaving us surprised and wondering why. This isn't an uncommon experience. It has happened to many viewers, but the reasons are often unclear. As you reel from the abrupt cancellation, whispers of a hidden agenda begin to surface, suggesting the show was too close to exposing a truth someone powerful wanted to be buried. Fast and Loud wasn't just another TV show. It was a source of inspiration for people who loved vintage cars and saw beauty in old, rusty ones. The show had a special place because it showed how classic cars could be transformed into stunning pieces of art. But then, just like a car crash that leaves nothing but debris, the show ended unexpectedly. This sudden stop left its fans, especially car lovers, searching for answers and feeling disappointed. One of the main reasons people loved Fast and Loud was Richard Rawlings, a man with so much charm that he could probably sell anything to anyone. Growing up in Fort Worth, Texas, Rawlings started his journey in the world of cars at a young age, working with his dad on cars when he was just 14. Even though he first tried his hand at the printing business, his love for cars never faded.
I'm an idiot, and I'm pretty sure I can build the proper mount for that in about 2 hours.
In 2002, Rawlings made a bold decision to sell his printing business and open Gas Monkey Garage in Dallas. This risky move paid off and caught the attention of the Discovery Channel, which led to his rise to fame on TV. Rawlings' success wasn't just about his business skills, it was also about his true passion for cars. His garage wasn't just a workplace, it became a hub for breathing new life into old cars, attracting attention from car enthusiasts all over the country. He didn't just fix these vehicles, he turned them into valuable treasures, turning forgotten junk into classic masterpieces, which helped build his reputation as a top expert in car restoration. But this wasn't the only impressive part. Rawlings' collection of cars, like the 1968 Shelby Mustang and the 1977 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, showed off his talent and love for bringing cars back to life. He didn't just restore them, he added modern features that made them stand out, making them even more desirable to buyers. Outside of his garage, Rawlings showed a sharp business sense that would impress even the most experienced entrepreneurs.
It is a good car.
No.
Until y'all took the paint off of it, it was a good car.
He successfully sold 28 of his uniquely restored cars, earning over $10 million, proving that his business was thriving even beyond the TV show. But it was his role on Fast and Loud that truly made him a household name. He wasn't just a car enthusiast anymore. He became a widely recognized public figure, turning the show into a platform that celebrated not just cars, but also the art and culture of car restoration. Richard Rawlings' garage sales helped him become a well-known figure in the car world, admired by enthusiasts everywhere. When the show Fast and Loud ended, it wasn't just the end of a TV program, it was the close of a significant chapter. Fans had grown to associate car restoration with Rawlings' energetic leadership. Although he's now exploring new ventures and trying to recreate the excitement of the show, the garage feels quieter than before. Without the lively scenes of Gas Monkey Garage, where engines roared and the atmosphere buzzed with activity, TV feels a bit less exciting. Rawlings had a special way of connecting with viewers, making car restoration more popular and transforming forgotten old cars into shining treasures. Each episode of Fast and Loud wasn't just about fixing up cars, it also shared Rawlings' personal journey in the world of car restoration, blending technical skills with personal stories that drew viewers in. Back at Gas Monkey Garage, where old cars get new life. The art of restoration at Gas Monkey Garage. As the leader of Gas Monkey Garage, Rawlings was deeply involved in every aspect. He didn't just manage from a distance, he was often seen getting his hands dirty, fully engaged in the restoration work. This hands-on approach was key to the show's success, highlighting his true passion for car restoration, not just as a business, but as an art. He even ventured into sponsorship by supporting Peter Hickman in motorcycle racing, a strategic move to strengthen his position in the automotive world. But this wasn't the only reason for the success of Fast and Loud. From the beginning, the show was designed to succeed. Discovery Channel's producers noticed the online buzz around Rawlings' garage and quickly realized the potential for a hit TV show centered on his impressive car makeovers. They saw Rawlings' talent with cars as a unique opportunity. Even though his garage wasn't initially making money, the quality of his work was undeniable. Given the chance to host his own show, Rawlings, with his deep love for cars, jumped at it.
You're not going to back him up. You're not going to change his mind, even if he's wrong. So
the show wasn't just a platform to showcase his skill in turning rundown cars into valuable, eye-catching vehicles. It also brought significant financial rewards and much-needed exposure for his business. But at first, Rawlings wondered if the show could stand out in the crowded reality TV market. However, when Fast and Loud aired, it quickly erased any doubts by attracting a large audience with its mix of team dynamics, detailed car restorations, and the thrill of selling these revamped cars for a profit. Now let's explore how Fast and Loud grew from a simple idea into a major player in the car show world, influencing both the cars themselves and the people who love them. The show wasn't just about fixing up cars. It pulled viewers into a world of high-stakes challenges, careful craftsmanship in rebuilding cars, and the excitement of making a profitable sale from a restored vehicle. But that was just part of the story. Transforming old, neglected cars into sleek, modern machines was an idea that excited many viewers. The show's creators were pleasantly surprised by how popular it became. It wasn't just about the technical side of fixing cars. The show also captured the intense pressure of meeting deadlines and the emotional investment in each project. The team wasn't just fixing cars, they were taking big risks, hoping each car would turn a profit for the garage. Viewers watched these transformations not just as mechanical tasks, but as passionate efforts filled with both tension and joy. The show, Fast and Loud, also brought attention to the often overlooked contributions of Richard Rawlings' father in the car industry. This was a part of history that hadn't been given its due recognition. The creators saw an opportunity to highlight this aspect. Their goals were ambitious but clear: attract millions of viewers and showcase the fascinating world of car restoration, a niche that many didn't know much about. By mixing friendly conversations with smart promotion of this lesser-known area, Fast and Loud quickly became a global hit. It offered viewers an engaging and informative escape, all set against the gritty backdrop of the Gas Monkey garage. The series found the key to television success, becoming a must-watch for those eager to explore a world different from their own. By its fourth season, Fast and Loud had really hit its stride. It played out like a well-crafted drama, especially with the changes in the cast that kept each episode fresh. Watching the show felt like a race against time as the team worked hard to restore and sell various cars, trying to make a profit without going broke. When Rawlings decided to invest in a car that seemed like a risky bet, it added a layer of suspense that drew millions of viewers across the United States. The show faces tough challenges that could change everything behind the crazy drama. But things didn't stay easy for Fast and Loud. Initially, there was a lot of excitement and hope for continued success, but the show soon faced several challenges that threatened its future. Key cast members started leaving one by one, which led to off-screen drama and speculation about what was really happening behind the scenes. As the show began to recycle its storylines and the stage drama became more obvious, people started wondering if it was losing its original charm. Still, Fast and Loud managed to keep a strong viewership. But the decision to end the series didn't come as a big surprise to many. Even though the producers had the resources and a loyal audience to keep the show going for more seasons, they chose to cancel it, catching fans and even the production team off guard. Richard Rawlings, who had been a central figure from the beginning, played a key role in this decision, leading to the show's eventual end. Richard Rawlings leaving Fast and Loud marked a major change for the show, and the sudden end left many fans confused and upset. People couldn't understand why such a popular show had to stop so suddenly without any warning. After the show ended, it became clear that Rawlings was feeling stuck creatively. At first, he was full of excitement and new ideas, but over time he got too comfortable. This made him feel like he was in a rut, unable to explore new ideas or dive deeper into his garage work and technical projects. He started feeling unhappy with the limits that kept him from doing more of what he loved. Making things worse, Rawlings was tied to a strict contract with the Discovery Channel. This contract stopped him from saying anything negative about the network, with heavy penalties if he broke the rules. When people asked him why the show ended, Rawlings didn't give much of an answer, just saying it was the right decision. But many believe that disagreements with the show's producers and the loss of key team members played a big role in his decision. Rawlings' choice to leave wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. It was well thought out. It allowed him to protect his brand and focus on new projects, especially his growing presence on social media. On these platforms, he could share freely, without being tied down by TV contracts. The behind-the-scenes dynamics of Fast and Loud were complicated, with a team full of strong personalities who didn't always get along. This often led to tension and the departure of some team members. The sudden end of the show shocked the automotive community, leaving fans both surprised and nostalgic for the show they had loved for so long. When Tom Smith and Jordan Butler left, it added even more drama. These two were important members of the garage, known for their skills. Their sudden departure was mysterious, leading to rumors and speculation among fans who felt left in the dark. It was later revealed that Rawlings had fired them, but the mystery around their exit only sparked more talk among the fans. The final episode of Fast and Loud didn't just mark the end of a TV show, it also reflected the changing landscape of automotive entertainment. It showed how difficult it can be to keep a successful show going, especially when personal and professional challenges arise. Now, as Rawlings focuses on his YouTube channel and continues to work on transforming cars, the story of Fast and Loud remains a fascinating tale of its rise, fall, and the ongoing journey of its main characters. Big changes and drama shift the future of the garage, from traditional TV to digital domains in Rawlings' vision. This shift from traditional TV to digital platforms shows the new direction Rawlings is taking, free from old limitations and eager to push the limits of his work. Meanwhile, the controversies and changes within the famous garage highlight the dramatic shifts that led to the end of Fast and Loud. One controversy involved Smith, who said they were fired for letting a fan take pictures with a custom car in the garage. But the situation was more complicated. The fan had cystic fibrosis, showing the emotional and ethical issues that often played a role in the show's internal conflicts. Even though the manager said no, the kind mechanics allowed it, knowing the health risks. Sadly, this kind gesture led to both Smith and Butler losing their jobs. When the story got out, it painted Richard Rawlings in a bad light, making him seem uncaring and dismissive of his fans. This came at a time when people were quick to criticize public figures, something often called cancel culture. As a result, Rawlings faced a lot of backlash and many viewers stopped watching the show. This loss of viewership likely played a part in the end of the TV show Fast and Loud, but the story didn't end there. Jesse James from Monster Garage joined Fast and Loud, creating a buzz about the partnership between two big names in car restoration. At first, their partnership worked well and made the show even more popular. However, things took a turn for the worse when Rawlings publicly criticized James. James hit back by dumping a huge pile of horse manure on Rawlings' garage driveway. This was caught on camera and shown everywhere. The stunt turned into a big public relations mess, with many people finding it gross and over the top. James's reputation took a hit, and fans who once admired him felt let down and embarrassed. His image shifted from beloved to someone fans no longer wanted to see on the show. But this wasn't the worst part. These events show how reality TV can be misleading, where what you see isn't always the whole truth. Controversies like these added layers to the show's storylines, making them more complex and sometimes exaggerated to keep viewers hooked. One notable moment in the fourth season involved what was claimed to be the discovery of original Pontiac Firebird prototypes, supposedly worth around $325,000 each, found in a barn. This story grabbed a lot of attention, but also highlighted how unpredictable, and sometimes scripted, reality TV can be. Fans of Pontiac and other viewers were drawn in by the exciting tale of finding these rare cars, but the reality may not have been as it seemed. The differences between what the show presented and the actual facts led to ongoing debates about the show's authenticity. In the end, it turned out that these cars were just early production models, not the rare gems they were made out to be. The cars featured on the TV show weren't the rare prototypes they were claimed to be. What was even more surprising was seeing the same cars pop up on eBay, each with a hefty price tag of $30,000. This was a far cry from the impressive claims made during the show. When this news spread online, it caused fans to lose trust and question the show's honesty. Richard Rawlings, the main personality of the show, was often seen as a strong leader, but over time it became clear that his decisions were often rushed and made without consulting others. This was especially evident in the cars he chose to restore. He spent a lot of money on vehicles that were much more rusted than they first appeared. This problem kept coming up throughout the series. Rawlings kept investing in these deteriorating cars. Some were almost 80% rust, leading people to think he was no longer making smart choices and was wasting resources. This pattern of questionable decisions may have contributed to the eventual end of the series. As the show wraps up, let's see what led to its end and what comes next. The tumultuous twists of Fast and Loud. As the show continued, Rawlings' overconfidence in his mechanical skills became more obvious. He often took on big modifications, swapping out parts for supposedly better ones. But these changes didn't always go smoothly. Often, fixing one thing led to new problems with other parts. This meant that cars intended to be quick and cheap to fix ended up needing costly, extensive repairs. These growing financial losses became more noticeable as the show went on, possibly influencing Rawlings' decision to step back. But the worst was yet to come. The peak of viewer disappointment occurred when an entire episode focused on building a replica of the car from Knight Rider for a friend's birthday. Despite the large budget for the project, many fans found the episode disappointing. It seemed heavily scripted and lacked real focus on car building, with Rawlings spending more time traveling around Europe than working on the car. This episode underscored the scripted nature that had taken over the later seasons, moving away from the genuine car restoration that fans originally loved. This shift left viewers feeling that the show had lost its way, turning into something more about stage drama than real car craftsmanship. Fast and Loud drifted further from the authentic automotive work that once defined it as the show faced more controversies and setbacks. Instead, it became known for stage drama and theatrical antics. This growing discontent added to the series' difficulties, solidifying the view that the show had lost its original appeal and was now more about showmanship than true mechanical skill. The series' final episode didn't surprise those who followed its ups and downs. Now that it's over, attention has shifted to what the cast is doing next. Richard Rawlings, the leader of Fast and Loud, is thriving post-show. With more free time, he's expanding his garage business, growing his car collection, and sharing updates on YouTube and Instagram. He's also made good money selling restored cars and is now hunting for rare and valuable vehicles. Sue, also known as Ulan Heo, has a remarkable story. She moved to the U.S. in 1984 and eventually took over a struggling upholstery shop in Dallas. With hard work, she turned it into a thriving business. Her efforts led to significant expansions, and today her ASM business is a testament to the American dream. Richard Rawlings, realizing he owned the building where Sue had opened her shop, saw a great opportunity to work together. Impressed by her skills and practical approach, he gave her some initial tasks. Despite some challenges, they quickly developed a strong partnership that became a key part of the show. Sue's ability to handle difficult customers, including the picky Richard, won over the audience. Though not officially employed, she jokingly called his place Ass Monkey Garage, a name that stuck and highlighted her sharp humor. As her popularity grew, so did her business, but her playful banter with Richard sometimes hinted at deeper tensions. When Sue began appearing less frequently, fans speculated about possible clashes with Richard and a financial disagreement that might have caused a rift. Rumors suggested Sue was being sidelined with minor tasks that didn't showcase her true talent. She expressed a desire to focus on her passion for restoring hot rods, but the show didn't always reflect her real work. Richard's tight deadlines added more pressure, making it harder for Sue to balance her shop with the show. But things got even more complicated. Despite these challenges, Sue appeared on the spin-off Misfit Garage, leading to speculation that she might be exploring other TV opportunities. Some wondered if Richard was seeking a cheaper or more skilled upholsterer, raising doubts about how Sue's skills were portrayed. The exact reasons for Sue's departure remain unclear, with several factors potentially involved. A shift in Gas Monkey Garage's focus from restoration to a showroom might have strained her working relationship with Richard. This change could have been a major factor in their collaboration coming to an end. Fast and Loud had a huge impact, establishing Gas Monkey Garage as a big name in car modification and maintaining its popularity for nearly a decade. The show's sudden end left fans and critics debating whether it was due to declining interest or deeper issues behind the scenes. Did the show end due to declining interest, or were there deeper issues at play? Comment your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe for more.